How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, good. A bit tired, but here.
Okay. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So what I want to start with is I always like to jump back to the beginning. So do you remember the first time you noticed that you had an affinity for words and language and using them creatively?
Yeah, probably when I was at primary school, and I wrote I'd written a couple of poems, just kind of for no reason, and I wrote this one poem about my friend who passed away. I was like 7 or something.
Okay.
It was like the first time, yeah, that I'd written something and got praise for it, and kind of realised this cycle of writing something and then showing someone and them going, oh, that's quite good. Going, thanks.
This might be difficult, but do you know what kind of compelled you to write poems at that early age?
Just to get stuff out of my head. It's always been the same thing. I don't really say that when I talk to people. I don't really say the right thing. When I write things down, I say the right thing. You know. So that's all it was. It's all it still is now.
Okay. So did you in a way keep a journal when you were younger and just write everything down that you thought of?
Not really. I mean, it just kind of came about whenever I had the chance. When something could happen. So if there was like a momentous event, be it good or bad, usually bad, that's when I would write. But yeah, I was kind of set against writing a diary or anything, because I just thought it was just the lamest thing to do.
Fair enough. But so, and then especially at that young age, did it help? Did it help getting it out?
Yeah, massively so. I mean, it was something that it was something that just kept me calm and meant that people I could kind of at times get across what I wanted to say to certain people, be it nice or be it not so nice, you know.
And this might be. How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, good. A bit tired, but here.
Okay. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So what I want to start with is I always like to jump back to the beginning. So do you remember the first time you noticed that you had an affinity for words and language and using them creatively?
Yeah, probably when I was at primary school, and I wrote I'd written a couple of poems, just kind of for no reason, and I wrote this one poem about my friend who passed away. I was like 7 or something.
Okay.
It was like the first time, yeah, that I'd written something and got praise for it, and kind of realised this cycle of writing something and then showing someone and them going, oh, that's quite good. Going, thanks.
This might be difficult, but do you know what kind of compelled you to write poems at that early age?
Just to get stuff out of my head. It's always been the same thing. I don't really say that when I talk to people. I don't really say the right thing. When I write things down, I say the right thing, you know. So that's all it was. It's all it still is now.
Okay. So did you in a way keep a journal when you were younger and just write everything down that you thought of?
Not really. I mean, it just kind of came about whenever I had the chance. When something could happen. So if there was like a momentous event, be it good or bad, usually bad, that's when I would write. But yeah, I was kind of set against writing a diary or anything, because I just thought it was just the lamest thing to do.
Fair enough. But so, and then especially at that young age, did it help? Did it help getting it out?
Yeah, massively so. I mean, it was something that it was something that just kept me calm and meant that people I could kind of at times get across what I wanted to say to certain people, be it nice or be it not so nice, you know.
And this might be difficult for yourself to pinpoint, but do you know why it was easier to write it down?
I don't know. I think when it came in poetic form, I think the reason it was good for me was because I was dyslexic, so I couldn't kind of write essays or letters or kind of standalone things, but I could write creatively, that kind of in a more abstract way. So I think that's why it just lended itself to me, because I put words together in the wrong way, but they turned out to be right in some sense. I think that's probably what it was.
And you mentioned that the first one that you kind of showed to other people was when you wrote about a friend that passed away. So what did that do to you to share that with other people?
It was kind of overwhelming, kind of scary. I didn't really want to do it, but it was. I think it was an important step for me to actually kind of trust in what I was writing and be able to put it out for sure.
Because well, obviously, if we move a little bit along to what you do now, it's always been very honest and very raw. So was that difficult, and especially like I say at first, when to share that with people?
Not so much. Now I'm kind of used to it. I mean, I've been making that same kind of writing the same kind of stuff for so long that it doesn't really affect me anymore. In terms of having to show people and whatnot. I mean, it's something I had to get over a long time ago. It's something I think I have got over since then. Yeah.
So what was there a turning point? Or?
Yeah, I mean, when I wrote this tune called BFG, I didn't want to put it out, but Rebel Kleff, my DJ, was like, you got to do it, you got to put it out, and I just didn't want people to hear it. But he was like, you have to. It was just an important thing for people to hear. So yeah, that was kind of one of the turning points for me, for sure. Definitely.
And BFG will come to that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I'd like to because well, you write then you have poems. And when does music come in?
Kind of all the time. It came in when I was like, I don't know, probably when I was like 10 or 11, I guess, when I was still at primary school. But people were making, because there was the first wave of grime was around, and I was like, kind of hearing that and hearing people with a UK accent, and thought I could do it myself. And so, yeah, just started doing that. So it kind of came in from there and hasn't left.
What was so appealing about grime? Was it the accent and the?
I don't know. I think it was just the accent, because at the same time I was listening to a lot of UK hip hop, but I didn't put them in any different bracket. Like, to me, they were just the same thing. It was just people rapping, you know. And people seem to get quite upset about, either it's rap or it's grime or it's hip hop or whatnot. But it's just guys writing rhymes. Do you know what I mean? And they're all doing it. Whether some of them are quicker, some of them are slower, some of them are grimier, whatever. It's all the same thing. So yeah, for me, it literally was the UK accent. Anything that had a UK accent, I was like kind of drawn to. But the grime thing was just I was kind of compelled to it because it wasn't something that my parents knew about, you know. So it's something that was something that happened without anyone else knowing.
And then in one of your tracks you also mentioned Jay Z, Old Dirty Bastard. Was that an influence?
Yeah, massively so. I mean, that was probably like a much bigger influence on me than grime and whatnot, because I was listening to a lot of American stuff and a lot of UK stuff. But yeah, like all of those guys were like the blueprint of what anyone in my age wanted to be like. You wanted to be like Lars or Ludacris or whatever. That was kind of just it was kind of just set in stone. Just how it was. Yeah.
And then part of this is I find it interesting, perhaps how you see this, because you have there's different kinds of rap, like you said. There's grime, and then I think it's called conscientious rap. So was that what you gravitated more to?
Yeah, I think there's the things everyone talks about, conscious rap, and it makes sense to me, but then it doesn't make sense the same thing, because it's like having like conscious rap is obviously it's like kind of thoughtful rap, putting thought into it, but that's just good music. You know, putting thought into music is good music. You know what I mean? I don't know, like stuff that's throwaway is also brilliant, but you know, if people like the whole thing of like trap music now and mumble rap, where people aren't saying anything, is cool, and it, you know, it kind of fills a gap that some people want to fill, but it's not. I know it's not rap. The whole idea of rap music is to tell a story, and you know, to flex your lyrical muscles or what have you. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think conscious rap for me was just it's annoying, because conscious rap is real rap. Do you know what I mean? It just is rap, and other things, they for me are the subgenres. You know, because when rap started, it was about telling stories and having something to say, and then people have just said less and less and less and less and less, and that's become the norm. And then when someone actually says something, that's like a surprising thing now, whereas it should be the other way around, I think. But
yeah, if you look at the charts now, is that coming from the background musically?
Yeah, for sure. Just because the charts is full of shit, like the charts are just full of bad music. So, I except for my album, obviously. No. The charts for me is just like, especially like the singles charts. It's just, you know, stuff that's just for the masses. You know, which I don't know. Hip hop is for, but it's not kind of in the sense where, you know, it's for everyone. You know, it's for people who actually want to listen. You know?
And then throughout your life, and we can get into it as much as you like, obviously.
Yeah.
But throughout your life, you had some adversity, and that's what kind of shines through in your music. So. Did you know immediately that, well, you mentioned kind of how it helped, so when you started becoming more serious about making music, was it kind of evident what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of something that just came about slowly, kind of out of nowhere. I loved making music and really enjoyed writing, but I wasn't thinking about, I'm going to be a famous rapper or whatnot, you know, and I still don't think I am that now, but yeah, it was kind of slowly but surely I started realising there was some things that I could do with it that I couldn't do with other things, you know, and it gave me a freedom that I kind of had been lacking in other places. So when I started being able to make music and, you know, call the shots and do all the things that I wanted to do kind of on my own terms, that's when I started realising it was something for me, for sure.
You mentioned freedom that you felt was lacking in other places. Can you give me an example?
Well, just because I was, you know, before I was at school and I was at drama school and people were telling me what to do, and I really just don't like being told what to do. So I kind of struggled with authority, and I don't know why. Like, it was not like I struggled with the police or anything.
Sure.
But like people were kind of telling me how to do things, but I was studying like creative things, and so I don't feel like you can be told how to do creative things. Obviously, if you're studying fine art, then you need to be taught how to draw an eye properly or whatnot, how to shade water or whatnot. But when it comes to music or whatnot, if you're creating something that is truly yours, and no one else can tell you how to do it. So that's what I liked about music. It was the one thing where I was like, you don't know, like you can't tell me how to do it because I know how to do it. I'll do it, watch, and I did it, and that was what I liked about it.
And I wrote one line down. I think it's from the opening track, "The Isle of Iran." I've been making waves all my damn life. Planned my step to the letter and stand by it. So is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It completely was that. It's like, I know people seem to like move in fads at sometimes, and I kind of was never really about it. Like I've really liked hip hop since I was really young, and that's what I still like, and that's still it's what I still do. I'm still making the same stuff I was making when I was like 11, and everyone else has seemed to like. That I kind of grew up with is kind of dipped in and out and started doing this, and then something else has become more popular, and they've done that, and they've done this and done that, and I was like from the start, I was like, I'm going to do this, and I really didn't think it would do that well, but it's going all right.